Guys, I know this is probably like a really bad start to a new reading vlog, but I feel like I wanted to just kind of create an intro because as you could probably hear, I'm sick right now, and so I took the day off because I just had a pounding migraine, and not to be gross, but I can't stop coughing up mucus, so I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna stay home. I'm not gonna push myself. I have an interview for a new job on Monday, so I kind of wanted to heal and just rest up as much as I can before that interview because I want to be like my top self because I really want this job. So yeah, I just wanted to start the reading vlog. I am currently reading 2 books. I don't know if I want to continue it or not, but let me go get them real quick. So I have my books, and the 2 books I am actually reading. Also, sorry for the shaky quality. I'm using my phone right now because I am too lazy to go get my camera in the living room right now. Anyways, I'm reading 2 books right now, and one is The Inheritance Games and the other is Middle Game by McGuire. The Inheritance Games is by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. It's the second book to it's not The Inheritance Games. This is the second book to The Inheritance Games. I'm reading the Hawthorne Legacy, and I'm on page 54 right now. I'm kind of like in and out of it. I don't know why. Every time I pick this book up, not that it's boring or anything, I think I'm just not really in the mood for it. So I'm not for sure like if I want to continue this or not, but it's a really easy read. It's really short chapters, so I feel like this one up to this page, I actually kind of just ran through it because it's just really easy to read. So I don't see why I can't just like read it. I do want to get it done because it was on my TBR and March is just ticking by, so I kind of wanted to get that done. And then I'm on page 146 of Middle Game right now. I'm actually listening to the audiobook because I just feel like there's a lot of it to kind of gather, and I feel like the audiobook makes it a lot more easier to understand. So I do kind of want to stick with the audiobook just because I really am liking how the audiobook depicts the story, and it's such a like different story. I don't really want to put too much thought into it yet because I'm still kind of confused, if I'm being honest. There's a lot of time jumps in this, and I think you're supposed to kind of put them together, but I'm still really confused. But it's so interesting that I can't stop listening to it. I don't know if how much of it I'm gonna get done. I do have a maintenance worker coming out today just to check on my ceiling because there was a leak, and I just want to make sure there's like no mold growing. Hopefully not, because I hope that's not why I'm getting sick. And then also I have a doctor's appointment today, so I am gonna see like how much I actually get done. I'm also kind of playing Animal Crossing right now. I haven't been playing that in such a long time. I've just kind of been Stardew Valley, but I just had this random urge to play it. And since I took the day off, I just kind of want to sit here and do nothing other than get those things done. And I'm watching YouTube. I'm just watching witty novels. I started watching her old videos, and I just find them so fun. But I might start listening to the audiobook later, and yeah, I just figured I might as well make a new reading vlog. I don't know where this vlog is gonna go or how far it'll go, but I just figured why not, because I actually feel like reading vlogs are more comfortable for me to film rather than just like sit down videos. I do like sit down videos, but they're just too formal, and I'm not really like I just feel like I can be more myself on a vlog. So I hope this video is gonna be fun and interesting, and yeah, sorry for my nasally voice, but anyways, we'll just see where it goes, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. This update is kind of pointless, but it's currently 11 a.m. and I think when I last started my vlog it was like 8ish, 9ish, and I tried listening to the audiobook while playing Animal Crossing. I don't know if you guys are like this. When you're sick, are you the type that loves reading? Like you can read a lot when you're sick, or do you end up reading less? Because I feel like most people always talk about being sick and they read so much when they're sick, like because they're laying in bed, but I am not the type to read when I'm sick. It's like I have the time off. I took the day off because I felt I'm sick, and like I can't act like this at work. I don't want to get anybody else sick. I don't want to get like any patients sick. Like it's not right for me to go to work. And then of course, because I called off, I have like that guilt feeling like, oh man, I feel bad, I called off, but also I have to focus on myself. And so because I called off, I'm like, okay, let me just try to get some reading done. I cannot pick up this book. I don't know why. It's not that I don't want to, but it's just, I feel like when I'm trying to read, my mind is just mush when I'm sick, and my eyes are just so droopy and heavy and tired. I'm not the type to read really when I'm sick. I feel like that's the last thing I kind of want to do. I don't really want to do anything. I just want to do mindless things. And reading could be mindless, but I feel like you have to put more thought into it, and I just feel like I can't do that. Like, every time I would try to crack open a book, I'm gonna fall asleep. And so I just feel like I can't. I'm not those people who can read when I'm sick. I'm gonna still record the reading vlog and see how far it goes. But I think audiobooks have just been like my go-to right now. And it's been like a good go-to, but I'm kind of disappointed in myself. I'm really disappointed that I just cannot read. I can't pick up anything. Like, I don't know if you guys are like this, because I'm like, is it just me? Like, why am I feeling like this? I feel like sad that I can't read anything. I've been trying to, and I just can't. And I feel like this would be a good time for me to maybe edit my vlog or edit like a video. But even then, my eyes are just like the tired, sick, tired, and I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can push myself to do that. So anyways, I'm gonna update this reading vlogs. I don't know if this is considered a reading vlog, but I'm still gonna update it as much as I can. I'm waiting on someone to contact me to possibly come out and look at my, like, a leak I have in my ceiling. So we'll see how that goes. And yeah, I'm still watching booktube. I think I'm just in this mood where I'm kind of just not really in a reading mood. I'm more of a booktube mood, but then every time I watch booktube, it makes me want to read. But because I'm feeling sick, I can't read. So, I don't know. It's like an inner battle. And it's not even that big of a deal, but I think my mind's making it a big deal. Before, all I did was listen to maybe like a couple minutes of Middle Game, so I did not get anywhere. So, we'll see. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Okay, I decided I'm gonna put on an ambiance video, and I'm gonna force myself to read for about 30 minutes. I feel like my brain can't focus because I'm just so, like, anxious for my interview, and I feel bad that I called off work. Like, I do feel really bad. And then also, I feel like this guilt of me not reading is, like, kind of eating me alive. So I'm gonna just force myself to read for 30 minutes. Hopefully before the maintenance person comes here. And yeah, so we'll see how much I get done. We're gonna start now. It's like morning time, and I just woke up, so my voice is really crappy right now. But I want to do like an update, and I think I'm going to. Sorry, my daughter's like sleeping on me, and the TV's on, but I can't reach the remote because she's laying on my arm, so you might kind of hear the background. So sorry if this clip is like really grainy and really noisy, but I just wanted to. Let me try to see if I can grab the remote with my foot. Okay, so I think I'm going to DNF Hawthorne Legacy right now, because I think that I honestly just have I feel like I can't concentrate on the book, and I don't think it's necessarily the book, but I think I just wasn't in the mood for it at the time, so I shouldn't have picked it up. And then also I'm kind of a little bit, I'm anxious because I have like my interview tomorrow, and I just feel like I can't really read something like that right now. I'll probably just continue listening to the audiobook of Middle Game and everything when I have the chance, but I do have it on like my Kindle now that I borrowed from Libby. But I think I'm going to just pick up another book, like a comfort book, because I feel stressed out right now with like the interview and everything. I want to pick up like a Harry Potter book, because my brother said he's reading Harry Potter, and it kind of moved me into wanting to reread it again. So I think I might pick up like a Harry Potter book or something like that, just as like a comfort book, not trying to speed through it or anything, just have like a nice book to read. So I'm like, you know what, maybe I should. So I might pick up one. But I think for now I'm going to DNF Hawthorne Legacy, because I don't really have like a drive to read it, and the last thing I want to do is put myself in a reading slump, because I really, really want to just continue want to read. And so I just think, yeah, I just want to pick that book up when I have a drive for it, but right now I don't. So I think what I'm going to do is I might DNF it for now and pick it up another time. I don't think anything too crazy happened to where I would forget it. Hopefully not. But I'm about 50% way of it, so I can save that for now, and then I might look at my bookshelf and see what I have, but I think I want to pick up Harry Potter. Also because I'm feeling like really stressed about the interview and everything. I'm actually editing. I woke up and started editing, and then I'm watching like one of my she's like a comfort booktuber for me. I like literally rewatch her old videos. She doesn't really post as often as she used to, but I still love her videos, and they're like comfort videos for me. But it's Abigail's Cup of Tea, and I'm just playing in the background. I'm watching like her really old videos, but I just like playing in the background because they're like calming to me. So yeah, I just want to do a little check-in and like a little update. I got up to about like the halfway mark of Hawthorne Legacy, and I think because I'm not really invested into it, I don't really have much to say about it. But yeah, so I hope this reading vlog isn't like, I don't even know if I'm gonna post this, but okay, I'll see you guys later. Hello guys, so I'm just doing like a quick check-in update. As you saw, I just set up my printer, and I don't know why, but I'm so excited. This is like my first own printer. I had one a long time ago. It was like me and my family's printer, and then my dog peed on it and ruined it. So I finally have like one of my own, and I'm just so excited. I am a little bummed because my voice is still like going away, and I was hoping it would kind of be better before my interview tomorrow. So I'm just hoping so much that my voice is better by tomorrow, because I don't want this to interfere with my chances of getting the job tomorrow. But yeah, so I just set up my printer, and the whole time I was playing the audiobook of Middle Game. So right now I'm about 40% in, which I made a good chunk of it. I think last time I was like maybe on like 30%. I think I wanted to pick up like a lighter book on the side, and that's why I kind of picked up the Hawthorne Legacy, but I don't think as I said before, I'm not really into that right now. So I think what I'm gonna do is I saw that they had a Modern's Girl's Guide to Magic on Libby. I'm not for sure, but I'll just put it right here. I was gonna just pick that up and just kind of read it. I kind of started it, like I only got like up to 8% of it. Not that far, but I mean, I like it so far. It just seems like a nice like little light read to pick up. I also wanted to pick up Circe, but I didn't want to pick up two like heavy plot books. I don't know if Circe is that heavy of a plot, but I feel like that's something I really wanted to like put my mind towards too. So I just picked up the Modern Girl's Guide to Magic, and I'm gonna see how I like it. I might stick with that. I was gonna read Harry Potter, but I think my brain is just so much right now that I don't even want to ruin my most favorite book series right now. So yeah, but anyways, I just want to do a quick check-in, and I'm honestly loving this book so much so far. It's like so good. But anyways, I'm gonna just do that as my last check-in, and yeah, we'll just see like where we go. But otherwise, yeah, I'm so happy. I love my new little printer. I think it's so like perfect, and it was really affordable on Amazon. It was like $50. So I feel like that'd be kind of nice to be able to print my little book covers for my bullet journals, and just also, for example, just have one when I need it. And I'm obsessed. Anyways, but yeah, I'm loving this so much. And what I was gonna say was, if you're reading this book, I would highly suggest doing the audiobook. I feel like I can see myself getting a little lost sometimes if I were to read this physically. But I feel like the audiobook is so easy to follow, and I love hearing like the impersonation of the characters. And I'm honestly loving Roger and Dodger's characters so much. I love like their interactions with each other. I love this world she created. It's such an intense, crazy world. And if all her writing's like this, or his writing, I love the world that Seanan McGuire created. And if all of his writing is like this, I'm definitely gonna try reaching out and picking up more of his books, because this is amazing so far, and I love it. I'm not trying to jinx it. I feel like every time I say that, I pick up any book again, and then it ends up getting kind of slow, but I'm not trying to jinx it. But so far, everything's just so good, and I like it too, because it's a twist, like a different type of twist on a book, but it has like normal day-to-day life, but you can tell it's just a different world. And I just think it makes it so much more fun, and it's also still like a nice read to have also, but there's like mix of like action and intensity towards it, because each chapter jumps to like I believe it's like a different timeline. But I think it's slowly starting to come together now, and I'm starting to kind of see what's going on. Yeah, it's crazy. But anyways, that's gonna be it for my check-in tonight. I think I'm gonna make like a kimchi stew tonight, and just try to rest up. I do need to finish editing. I mean, I finished editing. I just need to do my thumbnail for my video and then upload it for tomorrow. And other than that, yeah, I don't have that much plans. I kind of just want to relax and hopefully just rest my voice as much as I can before tomorrow. So we'll see how far we get. Okay. I'm at this like little industrial parking lot. Oh no, no way. Oh yeah, also look at this air freshener. But there was a little cat, a black cat that came out, and it literally, okay, so person came out of there, and I don't know if there's like industrial like welding thing or whatever. I don't know anything about welding, but there's like a little black cat that just followed along, just like looked up at its owner and just sat next to them. And it was like something from a Ghibli film. And then as I was looking, there was another little black cat that just like walked by, and I could have swore it's pregnant. I'm like, it's so cute. But yeah, it's like a random industrial place. I don't really, but it's just so cute. I wish it would come back. I'm pretty sure it was pregnant because its belly was huge. It was big, but it looks so adorable. I've never seen like a public distribution system of kittens, and I've always wanted to come across one. So anyways, that was a fail, but I just had to record this because I just thought it was so cool. I always think black cats are so cool. This is not the pregnant looking one, but it's Gigi. I'm going to like film a quick little update real quick. I'm not going to do like my final outro for the vlog, but I'm currently on my lunch break, and as you can see, it's raining. I absolutely love when it's raining in like the car on my lunch break. I just think it's so nice. But I'm currently watching just booktube videos and drinking my coffee. I'm so excited because today is my Friday, and I just want to be off so bad. I hate that feeling when it's your Friday and you're just all you can think about is wanting to be off. Of course, when I'm filming, there's a person walking in the parking lot. I'm gonna be really quick because this is really awkward, but I just wanted to say that I ended up DNFing the Hawthorne Legacy. I tried picking up a bunch of books. I don't know why I was in such a like DNF. Actually, I know why. I'm like in a mini life slump. I'll kind of talk about that later, but I kept ending up just not finding a book to read. Not that I did nothing bad against the books I tried to pick up, but I don't know, I thought I was in the mood for something, but I guess I wasn't. So it's like a life slump equal a reading slump. But I did pick up Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney, and I decided to pick up a thriller because I feel like I wanted something to kind of keep me into reading, but nothing where I'm like really devoted to wanting to read. It's just kind of to get me by, which I'll talk about later. And I did finish it last night, so I will talk about like my final thoughts probably later today when I'm off. But yeah, I don't know if this is like even a pointless clip because it's just me saying I finished a book and I DNF'd a bunch of books, but I just feel like I need to kind of change up the scenery a little bit. And sorry for the closeness of this footage. I'm like in my car and there's people in the parking lot. It's awkward, but yeah, we're sitting in the car right now. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. So I am going to be doing a quick outro for this reading vlog. I was kind of hoping that when I filmed this, it would be like in a lot more of a formal setting, and I was going to have so much more makeup done. Like I just woke up, brushed my teeth, took a shower, and I just started drinking coffee. But I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to film this outro because as I'm like kind of editing this, I don't have like an outro explaining anything. So if you made it to this far in the video, thank you so much, honestly, because this video was really crazy and sporadic and it had 10 million different books in it and it just made no sense, and I'm sorry for that. I think what happened was, actually I know what had happened. I was kind of in a, I don't really want to blame it on reading necessarily, but I don't know if you guys are like this. This is like more relatable content. If you're like going through like a life slump, nothing crazy or dramatic. I mean, it could be crazy and dramatic, but mine wasn't really crazy and dramatic. I'm just in like a mini life slump right now. So I have a lot of things going on outside of like booktube, such as like work related. And I've noticed that it's just kind of bleeding into like my drive to read and like the type of books I want to pick up and what I'm falling into. Like I just can't stick my mind into it right now because I just am so consumed with everything else going outside of my reading life, if that makes sense. So I noticed that when I was trying to pick up a book, I just could not get into it. I know I didn't really do a lot of updates throughout the reading vlog with all these different books, but I did listen to the audiobook of Middle Game a lot, which I'm going to put up right here. I listened to that audiobook so much, and I'm not going to go super in depth because I might do a wrap up on this book, but overall I think I'm going to rate this book like a 4-star read, maybe 3.5 to 4-star. It was really good, and it's so crazy, the world and the character building that she created. I absolutely love and adore Roger and Dodger's like characters and their development and their interactions with one another. I just really felt connected to these characters. I do have to admit though that I don't know if I'd be able to really be this connected to it if I had read it physically, because there's just so much stuff that happens in these books or in this book that I don't know if I was able to keep track of it. So the audiobook definitely helps. So if you are willing to read this book, I would definitely say the audiobook was a major, like it helped me so much, and it also helped me with like my busy schedule and lifestyle. So I do feel that, where's my coffee? I do feel like that audiobook really helped. And then also as for, so Hawthorne Legacy, I did DNF it because I kind of felt like, not that I don't ever want to pick this up, I do want to pick it up, and it was constant while I was reading it, but I think because I wasn't really in the mood for that, that's what killed my vibe of the book. It had nothing to do with the book necessarily, but I think it's because I just was not really in the whole like you know, that world at the moment. Like I wasn't really interested in picking it up. I just was like, oh, this is a quick easy read because it's short chapters. Her writing style is really easy for me to digest, but I think I didn't care about it at the time. Honestly, I didn't really care about what's gonna happen to the characters or to find out what's going on. So I think I'm just gonna give that book the attention it deserves and just put it on hold for a little bit. I did make it up to like about halfway. It's like almost like 45 to like 50% of the book, and it was still good, but I think I just wasn't as connected to it as I wanted to be because I just wasn't interested in picking it up at the time, which was my fault. That's all on me. So I'm gonna DNF it for now, but I am gonna pick it up later on because I do want to finish the series. And then as for another book I also picked up while I was listening to Middle Game, so I wanted to pick up something else and kind of something more physical to read because I like listening to audiobooks, but when I do audiobooks I like to also have like a physical book. I did pick up a few books on my Kindle, like on the Prime Reading, and I picked up a Girl's Modern Guide to Magic. I read maybe like 3 or 4 pages, put it down. Not that I didn't like it, I think this is the thing, I just was in I'm like in a life slump right now because I am currently in the middle of trying to like schedule these interviews and just like kind of, I guess this is like kind of me going, this is not really book related, so I don't really know how much of you guys are actually gonna watch this or even care, but I'm just kind of trying to look for like a new job right now because I've noticed that it's just a lot of other personal reasons, but part of the reason is because it doesn't fit with my lifestyle and it doesn't fit with how I feel when I'm not working. I'm not going to go too in depth about it because I'm still really grateful for this job and I still do love this job, but I just don't think it's working out for me right now. So anyways, I'm not going to go serious about it, but based on lifestyle needs, I'm gonna have to find like a new job. So I've been looking around, and I think that's why I haven't been into this whole reading mood, because I have a lot of things on my to-do list. Like if I'm reading, I'm just like sitting there thinking, oh well, I should be looking for a job, I should be looking for doing these things, I should be scheduling interviews, I should be doing as much as I can, like, you know, and so that's why I've kind of been like in this like life slump. It's nothing crazy and dramatic, it's nothing terrible, but I've noticed it's kind of running into like my reading game, and so I just feel like I haven't been in the biggest reading mood because I'm not giving the world of the book that it deserves, because my mind is just not there. Like, it's almost like I'm just reading the words and it's not retaining into my head, like nothing is just staying. So I think that's why, and that's why I was kind of going through like picking up all these different random books. So after I put down a modern girls, you know, that one, I picked up, I think I picked up something else, I don't remember what, but I ended up putting a few books down. I kind of read like the first few pages and I just put them down, but then I ended up picking up one thing that I feel like kind of keeps me reading, but the thing is, it sometimes like they give me anxiety, are thrillers. I really like thrillers because they actually keep me hooked, because I want to find out. It's like a mystery thriller, like I like mystery thrillers, and I think that's why I thought Hawthorne Legacy would be a good pick, because it's like a mystery and, you know, it's short chapters, it's easy writing style, and there's like a little bit of romance, so I figured it would be a good pick. But I think at the time I was like, I really don't care what's gonna happen to these characters or to find out what's gonna happen at the end, at least for right now, so I'm gonna put this down. And I picked up another thriller, and it's an author that I actually really liked her other book. I read Rock Paper Scissors by Alice Feeney before, and I really liked that book, so I was just thinking, okay, let me just pick up another book by Alice Feeney. Sorry, my chair is squeaking, you might hear it. And so I picked up not Rock Paper Scissors, I picked up Daisy Darker. I don't think I've ever heard about this book. I think I see it once at Barnes & Noble, but I didn't know anything about it. I just knew that I like Alice Feeney's last book that I've read, so I was like, okay, maybe I'll just go with someone that I liked. So I picked up a thriller because thrillers can keep me kind of like invested, kind of, I needed to read a book. I really need to read something for like escapism, but also something to read physically. Like, I have to be reading a book. It just bothers me if I don't, which is a bad mindset, I think. But I picked up Daisy Darker, and overall I'm gonna rate it 3-star read, and that might seem low, but honestly it was like a really good book. I think the only reason it's low is because overall the twist wasn't, to me it wasn't as dramatic, or I guess you can I kind of saw the twist coming, so I wasn't as shocked, and that's like something like I like more of like shock value when twists happen. And I think the characters just, I mean, obviously the characters in the book, you're supposed to hate them, that's just the main overall goal, but I hated them, but I don't think the way that certain things happen, like anything was deserved to happen. So I feel like it's so hard to talk about this because I'm not trying to spoil it for anybody, but overall I just didn't think that, I don't know, it just didn't make as much sense to me about why the twist happened the way it did. But it did the job. I was able to finish a book. I finished it, I was able to pick it up, and then at one point, I think like about 70 to 80%, I was really interested to see what's gonna happen, because it started to get a little, like, you started to get certain things unfold a little bit, and there were certain things about it that I did find really interesting. But it did the job. It was able to kind of pull my mind away from everything. And yeah, so I still had a good time reading it. I would still recommend reading it, but don't go into it if you're like a crazy like thriller fan, which I don't really read a lot of thrillers, so I don't know if my review is of any value. But personally, I just didn't think the twist was as twisty, if that makes sense. I just was like, oh, okay, I kind of saw that happening, I'm not really surprised. And then also, the more I thought about it, I was like, wait, why would this happen anyways? Like, I don't think it was that serious to where you had to do all that, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, yeah, I'm not gonna go in depth about it, but overall I think it's like a 3-star read. It still did the job, and I'd still recommend it. But that's it. And then Middle Game, it took me a long time to finish. It's kind of a hefty book, and it's okay. I also wanted to explain this about Middle Game too, I forgot to say this earlier. The vibe of it reminded me so much of like BioShock, and it was just so cool. Like, if you've ever played the game BioShock, that's what it reminded me of. I don't know why, maybe because like all the characters in the book and like the way that the world is like built and the eeriness of it, it just reminded me so much of the game, and it started making me miss that game. Like, I actually really missed it. But I really did enjoy Middle Game, and I had so much fun with it. I just thought it was so much fun. I think the only reason I would have to bring it down a star was because, oh, this is another thing. Actually, you know what, I'm not gonna go into depth about it because I'm gonna talk about this in a wrap-up probably. But that is it for my reading vlog. Honestly, if you did reach to the end of this video, thank you so much, because I haven't really been as like good about whipping out my camera when I should be, or doing like reading updates, or this is just like the most sporadic reading vlog, but I still had footage, so I'm just gonna put it together and post it. But I really hope you guys still enjoyed it regardless, and I think this is just more like a relatable reading vlog, because life does sometimes like bleed into your reading life, and sometimes you don't read as much as you want to because you have a lot of things going on outside of reading. And sometimes just sitting down reading when you know you have a bunch of things to do, it's not as like simple and easy. And I actually like watching other booktubers or content creators who don't read like a bunch of books, like 100 books or whatever, or like 10-15 books a month, because sometimes like to me, I don't read that much. As much I would love to, but because of my life schedule and like who I am, like I'm a mom, I'm not able to read all those types of books. So I like watching other creators who read more realistically, like they actually have a full-time job, which YouTube is still a full-time job, but they have like a physical full-time job outside of YouTube, because I'm not able to relate to someone who does YouTube as a job, which I would love and adore. Like I just think that's like my dream, but not that I'm aiming to have this for money, but because like it'd be so cool to just be able to read for my job. Like, you know how amazing that would be. But I think I like watching other booktubers who read more realistically, like they read on their lunch breaks. They are able to read like right before they go to bed, or, you know, on their days off. That's when they get the most reading done. And I like watching other creators like that. So I just figured, you know what, I'm gonna post something more realistic and relatable, because sometimes, as much as I would love to just sit down and read, because I have a bunch of other things to do, I can't. And you know, like mentally I'm not gonna be able to always just, everything I read will just stay ingrained in my head, because sometimes my mind is just not connected to the words on the page, because I just have so much other things I need to do. And yeah, I mean, maybe one day reading could be my job. That's like me being hopeful and like hoping, and you know, that'd be an amazing dream. But as for right now, this is like what my life is, and I still work pretty much like a 9 to 5. I have to wake up really, actually I don't work 9 to 5, I work earlier than that, but I do wake up every morning, put on my scrubs, walk my dog before my shift, and just drive to work, make my coffee. You know, like I still do like a normal schedule. So I really like having more relatable content for anybody else who feels this way, like who has like, you know, they have a job where they have to wake up every single day, prep a coffee, prep their lunch, go to work, and if they want to read, they read on their lunch breaks. But sometimes you're not going to read on your lunch breaks because work is stressing you out, so you're not able to, or you're just not in the mood, you just want to sit there, just stare at the sky. That's exactly how I feel. Like sometimes I have days where I just want to sit there and eat my salad on my lunch and just stare at the sky and just look at the clouds and just not think about anything, not even do anything, like, you know. So yeah, I'm sorry, this is like the most rambly outro ever, but I hope this kind of makes up for all the missing parts of this reading vlog, because it's so unorganized. But I don't think I'm gonna put too much thought into how I'm like filming my videos. I just want to be able to film comfortably and film whatever I can, and to be more relatable in my content. So anyways, I will leave you guys alone. I'll let you guys go live your lives, and I'm hoping to do like another reading vlog. I'm still trying to decide what I want to pick up next, but I will see you guys in the next reading vlog, and I hope you guys are enjoying your week so far. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.